You're not too late. Yet. Learn AI in 18 minutes before it's too late. Everyone told you to learn AI later. Well, later is here. And while you were waiting, a small group of people already figured this thing out, and they are pulling ahead fast. But here's the truth nobody is saying out loud. You still have time. A small window is still open, and in the next 18 minutes, I'm going to help you walk right through it. By the time this video is over, you will understand AI better than most people around you. And if you stay till the very end, you will have a simple, clear plan that puts you ahead of people who have been using AI for years without really understanding it. Before we start, let me be honest with you. This is not for someone who just wants to play around with AI out of boredom. This is for the person who looks at what is happening in the world right now and feels something in their chest. A quiet voice saying, I need to understand this before it is too late. Whether you are running a business, building a career, raising kids, or just trying to keep up with a world that is moving very fast, this video is for you. So stay with me. Let us start from the very beginning. Because if you do not understand what AI actually is, nothing else will make sense. Most people think AI is some kind of super smart brain sitting inside a computer, thinking deeply and coming up with clever answers just for them. That idea feels exciting, but it is also completely wrong. And that wrong idea is why so many people feel let down when AI does not do what they expected. Here is what is really going on. AI was built by feeding a massive amount of human writing into a system. Books, articles, conversations, social media posts, research papers, basically a huge chunk of everything people have ever written. Then that system learned to spot patterns in language. More specifically, it learned to guess what word or idea comes next, based on everything that came before it. That is the heart of it. It is not thinking the way you think. It is not wise the way a person is wise. It is finishing patterns just at a speed and scale that the human brain cannot match. Now here is why this matters to you. Because AI works by finishing patterns, what it gives you depends directly on what you give it. A lazy question gets a lazy answer. A vague prompt gets a vague response. But when you give AI clear, specific, and detailed information, it has something real to work with. And the result is completely different. It becomes sharp, useful, and actually worth your time. So stop thinking of AI as a magic machine you shake and hope for the best. Start thinking of it as a very well-read helper who works as well as the instructions you give them. The better you talk to it, the better it performs. That one shift will change your results straight away. Once you understand how AI works, the next step is learning how to talk to it properly. This is where almost everybody goes wrong. People type one short sentence, get a boring answer, and decide AI is not worth the hype. But the truth is, talking to AI is a skill. And like any skill, it has steps you can follow. There are 4 parts to a good prompt. The first part is the role. Before you ask AI anything, tell it who it should act like for your conversation, not as a game, as a real strategy. If you need help with your business, you do not want general advice. You want AI to think and respond like someone who has spent years building successful businesses. When you give it a clear role, it focuses on what actually matters for your situation. Without it, the answers are broad and not very useful to anyone. The second part is context. This is the piece most people skip, and it is a big mistake. Think about it this way. If you hired the best advisor in the world, but gave them zero information about your situation, they could only give you general answers. Context is what makes AI feel like it actually knows you. Share your background, your goals, your problems, your documents. The more it knows about your world, the more useful every answer becomes. The third part is the command. Say exactly what you want. Be direct and be clear. Here is a simple rule to remember. If you are thinking it, say it. Do not hint. Do not assume AI will figure out what you mean. If you want 3 ideas instead of 1, say 3. If you want short answers, say short. AI only works with what you actually write, so write it clearly. The fourth part is the format. Decide how you want the answer to look before you ask. Do you want a simple list, a step-by-step guide, a short paragraph, a table? This matters more than most people think. Getting the format right means you can use the answer straight away without having to sort through a messy block of text. Tell AI how you want it, and it will deliver exactly that. Role, context, command, format. 4 simple parts. Use all 4 every time, and you will be amazed at the difference. Here is a trap that catches almost everyone who starts getting serious about AI. They sign up for every new tool, jump between platforms every few days, and then wonder why they never feel confident with any of them. The answer is simple. You cannot go deep if you keep moving sideways. Think about learning to drive. You would not try to learn in 3 different cars with 3 different gear systems all at the same time. You pick one, you practice, you get comfortable, and then other cars become easy because you already understand how driving works. AI is the same. The 3 tools most people should pick from right now are Claude, Gemini, and ChatGPT. Claude is best for writing, deep thinking, and creative work. Gemini works great if you live inside Google tools or need up-to-date information. ChatGPT is one of the easiest to start with and has connections to many other tools. Pick the one that fits how you already work, then stay with it. Do not switch every time something new comes out. The people who get really good at AI are the ones who go deep on one tool long enough to truly understand it. Once you have the basics down, there is a more powerful way to work with AI that most people never find. It is called pull prompting, and once you try it, you will not go back to the old way. Most people push their way through AI. They do most of the thinking themselves, hand AI a rough idea, and ask it to finish the job. They are doing most of the hard work, while AI handles the easy part at the end. Pull prompting flips that around. You tell AI the result you want, and then you tell it to ask you every question it needs to get you there. You answer those questions in your own words, and then AI builds the full solution. You stop doing all the heavy thinking. AI does it for you. The results are much more personal, much more on point, and take far less effort to get right. You go from going back and forth 10 times to getting a great answer in 1 or 2 rounds. 2 simple tools separate everyday AI users from people who have truly made AI work for them: master prompts and system prompts. A master prompt is basically a document that tells AI who you are. It includes everything important about your life, your work, your goals, and how you operate. Every time you start a fresh AI chat without this, you are starting from scratch. And AI gives you generic answers because it knows nothing about you. With a master prompt, you hand it everything it needs up front, and the answers instantly feel more personal and more useful. Build one for every big role in your life. Use the pull method to tell AI you want to create a master prompt for a specific role. Let it ask you the questions. Answer them simply and honestly, then clean up what it gives back. Save it and use it every time you start a new session. System prompts go one step further. Once you find an approach that gives you the exact kind of answer you need, a system prompt locks that in. It tells AI how to behave for a specific type of task every single time, without you having to explain it again. You build it once, and it works for you on repeat, for yourself or your whole team. Now, let us talk about the big question. Will AI take your job? Straight answer. AI will take over work that is repetitive and predictable. If what you do every day follows the same pattern over and over, that work is at risk. But there are 3 things AI simply cannot do, and building these 3 things into your life is how you stay ahead. The first is taste. Knowing what is truly good in your work, your craft, your field, is something AI cannot learn on its own. It can produce a lot of content, but it has no real sense of what is excellent. You do. Keep sharpening that sense. Study the best work in your space. The better your taste, the more people will always need your eye on things. The second is vision. AI is great at improving things that already exist. It cannot dream up something that has never existed before. That is your job. Set aside time to just think. No screens, no tasks, just ideas. That ability to imagine something new and then use AI to help build it is one of the most valuable skills you can have. The third is care. Real human warmth, genuine connection, making someone feel truly heard and valued. AI can fake it, but it cannot feel it. Build your work and your life around truly caring for the people around you. That will never be automated. Build those 3 things, and AI becomes your biggest advantage, not your biggest threat. You are not too late, but the gap is growing every single month between people who understand this and people who do not. The best time to close that gap is right now. Not when you feel forced to, not when the pressure is unbearable, but today, while it still feels like a free choice. Start with just one thing from this video. Write your first proper 4-part prompt. Build a simple master prompt for your work. Pick your tool and use it every day for the next 30 days. Just start, because 5 minutes of real action is worth more than 5 hours of planning to act. Leave a comment below and tell me the one thing you are going to do differently with AI starting today. I want to hear it. And now, here is where it gets really interesting. Knowing AI is one thing. Using it to actually make money is another. And in the next video, I'm going to show you exactly what I would do if I was starting from $0 in 2026 and needed to make $100,000. No fluff, no theory. Just a real step-by-step plan that anybody can follow. You do not want to miss that one. Click the next video, and I will see you there.